it's heart-wrenching to see somebody there in their 20s or 30s die because they made a life choice that takes their life. In this area, we're called the kind of the epicenter of opiate overdose and death.
I was at my house, and my mom came home after like 2 weeks of being gone, completely just left me and my little brother at the house. And she comes home, and she's like, yeah, I want you to tell the police that the landlord is molesting you, so we could get free rent. And that was kind of where it just crossed the line. It was like, I can't do this anymore. I kind of just ran from that, and I fed into the darkness, and I pointed at the world, and it was everyone's fault that this poor kid who with this big heart was being, tormented. That's when things kind of transpired into doing heroin. I remember seeing people on heroin and bad, strung out, losing everything, and hearing all the badness about it, which it's gotten so much worse. I threw my brother a $20 bill and I said, hey, give me some stuff. And he said, you sure you know what you're doing? Yeah, I can do anything once, I'm a man, and I had this mentality, it was mind over matter, and it was a sick way to live.
I had addiction in my family. The pain it causes is closer to home than what you think. And I think if we don't do something with it, it will be in everybody's backyard if we don't keep after it. Most of the guys have tried everything else. They've tried all kinds of, they've come out of these residential programs, which sometimes can be 3 to 6 months. And because they don't know how to live on the outside of a residential thing, they basically fail.
We're not taking residents in who still have to detox or who are kind of still in the obsessive or craving phase of it. Being transitional, what we're doing is we're taking residents who are coming from a residential setting, either a 28-day program or a 3-month program or 6-month program, and then bringing them into one of our houses, introducing them to a foundational program with the hope and the goal that they're going to make it their own at the end of it, at 6 to 9 months. From a spiritual aspect, yeah, we can get some guys in who really don't have that concept of what that relationship looks like, about God's love and how much He loves us, that ferocious love He has for us.
I actually lived in this house here at Virginia for like 7 months, and then I moved over to the Rita house. For starters, it's a 6-month program, transitional, faith-based.
Learning how to be financially responsible, learning how to be transparent and honest, learning how to hold your head up. I spent 30 years doing absolutely nothing but being caught up in alcohol and drugs. So there were life skills and responsibilities I never learned how to do them.
So it's a preparation for a new life.
We want people to understand that God is the center of what their life needs to be, and Christ can make a life better than it's ever been before.
God's will is to take care of the widows and the orphans, right? And I truly believe this. I've seen it time and time again. When we get a man right, who understands God's love for him, who knows his identity in Christ, who has that foundation of his community and a foundation of recovery, we're preventing widows and orphans. Because we're getting men out there that are ready to handle the responsibility of being a godly man. That's the biggest success that we could possibly ever see, because we don't know what the ripple effect's going to be.
Please allow God to come in and show you the power, because it's beautiful, and I wouldn't change it for anything. That's all.